Excuse me, this NLP training and these concepts has evolved over time, right? Who's actually doing further research, to keep introducing or renewing or reinventing these NLP methods?
Yeah,
or has it remained static?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I had to decide that about 15 years ago when I decided to learn NLP for the first time. I had to decide if I wanted to learn the classic code of NLP or the new code of NLP, which is what people say that is the evolution of NLP. So to me, it became very, very clear that the best way to learn NLP, it is in the form that it was invented and created in 1976. So NLP has been around for 45 years, and that has remained and be the most popular form of NLP in the world. So even though there's people that says, the new code of NLP, or they decided to mix things together, to me, I believe in your intelligence. I believe in your potential. And I believe that if you learn the pure, authentic form of NLP, the same way that I've learned it 15 years ago, you will be able to apply it in the format that you want for either your career, to get a promotion or be more fulfilled, or to start your own business and grow your company to make your first $1 million, or from 1 million to $10 million, or improving your relationship and dramatically improve your health. So I believe that you're more fully equipped by learning the pure NLP authentic way. And the funny thing is, even last week, I was talking to a young HR director of a multinational company in Thailand, which, they're making revenue billions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And, they said to me, Sebastien, how can we get our staff to take accountability, to take responsibility for their work? And then, wow, is what you're learning in the NLP prac, cause and effect. If you haven't learned it yet, you'll be learning it in your future. They were asking me, how do you get people to improve communication? How do you, improve communication between team and between team member? And the answer is everything that you're learning in the NLP practice.
For you. A trainer. I'm not a trainer at any point, but all are common. Your technical, what is your know-how, how to put the common sense into an aha moment to all the participants?
That's why in day one, wait until model. As you notice yourself drinking a tea or coffee, you'll notice that the knowledge and the growth will flow through your entire body, mind, and soul. And you'll notice that you're going to learn things, new techniques and tools. So right from day 3, day 4, day 5, 6, it will be a lot advanced. Once we start talking about some modalities and swish past, you will learn things that are not so common. Yeah. And what you'll realize as well is that common sense is not so common. Yeah. So you are you're about to embark in a real journey, and you will learn a lot of things that you didn't know, that you now know, that I know, that you didn't know, you know? Did I answer your question?
No, I'm asking about what is your, is this close? You can say it's professional or personal, but I want to learn from the professional trainer that how can we or how can I create a special moment for my participants that they feel like common sense is not so common.
So you want them to have a breakthrough? Would be correct to say that? You want to help them have a aha moment? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So having a breakthrough for your student has to do with helping them thinking about something they haven't think of yet. So when you're helping someone or yourself to have a new realization, a new understanding, a breakthrough, have you learned the NLP model of communication yet?
Never.
Not yet? So I think you're going to be doing that later today, right, Stan and Paul? Either yes. Today or tomorrow.
Today.
Yeah, today. So when Stan share with you, or Paul share with you the NLP model of communication, you will realize that how your brain works and why you do, importantly, why other people do what they do. So you will be able to understand all the critical factors that causes people to have a breakthrough, how to motivate them, how to demotivate them, how to inspire people, and how to disempower people. And you will be learning that use and believe and meta program. So I will let Stan and Paul do that because they have 6 days with you. So you'll do well. You'll do well, I'm sure. Just like the older group that studied from them before. Yeah, I think Michael studied with them before. Great. Yes. All right. Give her a round of applause. Great question. But, is that common sense is not so common. So.
Great.
Sebastien, I have a question. Wadze here.
Yes, Jay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we have this session through virtual. I suppose if we don't have COVID, we'll be doing it through physical classes, right?
Yes.
So how has this effectiveness? Because I'm looking forward for this, and when we really have to do it through virtual, I was kind of feel that maybe we are not getting that much impact as we could have if we have done it through the normal way that we used to before. Any comment on that?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So before COVID, I had never ever done a training online, ever. And just like what you're saying now, I believe that it doesn't work as well. And then in the last 1 year, 80% of my training has been online. So, and I also studied online for the first time in the last 1 year. So I personally found out that as a student, studying online has many advantages. So first, just have to stop. You can have drinks whenever you want. You have your coffee machine beside you, right?
You can lie down although.
Yeah, you can lay down. You can go to the toilet anytime you want. You mute your microphone and close your camera. You can eat anytime. There's a lot of the price that you're paying is 30% to 50% cheaper. So actually found out that for me, I like it. I have nothing against it. The only difference is that the trainer is not beside you to watch you all the time. Seeing, if you're doing the exercise, the trainer is not there to say, hey, be back on time or stand up and stretch and all of that. So I found out that studying online means that the desire from the student need to be greater than in the live training. So what it means is that when you're studying is that you can learn as much, if not more, because there's no distraction. But it depends on the student. It depends on you. What was here? Like, how much do you believe in NLP? How truthfully do you want to succeed and be happy? Like, are you here because you think that NLP is interesting, or you're here because you want to double your income, or because you want to re-energize your relationship with your wife, right? Have a six-pack, or you're here because you want to have more children, or you want to have a better sex life, right? Like, you got to be absolutely total. Definitely the sex life. I see the smile, right? You gotta know why you're here, and you gotta desire it. You gotta really, really believe in it. Because actually, not 15 years ago, 21 years ago, when I learned it, I was sitting in learning that NLP was the tool and the technique that Anthony Robbins, the world's #1 success coach and trainer, is applying, right? I knew that that's what Tony Robbins is using, and he's #1 in the world. So for me, it was a question of learning and apply it and get the result that I wanted in my life. So this is where the difference is. It depends on your, inspiration. But the truth is that the payment, right? You've made the time commitment. So I would say immerse yourself 200%, even though it may not be as exciting as being in the same seminar room. But the truth is that Zoom works really, really well. You even have breakout. Just think about your outcome and ask as many questions as possible to Paul and Stan, and just annoy them like the way that they were annoying the success that you want, and put them, say, how can I apply this? How can I use this? Yeah. And then you'll see your life, and then you'll get a better result than someone joining the live training, but not focusing on his goal. Did I answer the question?
Yes, very much. Very much. I get more than what I expect for. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, give him a round of applause.
Hi, Sebastien.
I must say, probably there's the same question that's lingering in some of us' mind. So, kind of answer to everybody, I suppose.
Hi, Sebastien.
Yes.
I heard from two people that they had the terrible days of their life, their 18 days, when they were with you in Bangkok. Is that true?
Yes,
From
yes,
two
very
people,
true.
you know.
Yes, very, very true. They had the worst 18 days of their life. And on the last 5 minutes of that day, it was the best day of their life ever. when they graduated as a trainer of NLP. Yes. So the trainer certification training is a very different format than practitioner and master practitioner. In the practitioner and master practitioner, the trainer do all the work. They're training the new knowledge. But in train the trainer, it's 80% practical. Means for 80% of the time, you are actually doing presentation and incorporating the skills. So there's a lot of practice and a lot of feedback. And that's what makes people having big challenges in train the trainer, because we break them down. We break them down in order to rebuild them as amazing presenter and trainer. As Warren Buffett once said, the best investment that you can ever make in your life, Harun, is not in the stock market. The best investment that you can ever make is in your presentation skills. Nothing is more influential than an awesome presenter and trainer. Yeah. Yes.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Accepted.
Thank you. Great question. Great question.
Just to share with you, my demo was in front of Sebastien. Wow, really sweat everything. And Sebastien was looking at me. Wonder whether I passed or not. I was so immersed into the demo. Remember that? No
Yes.
joke. No
yes.
joke. Yeah, it's no
Yes.
joke.
In train the trainer, there's 4 days of evaluation, four days of test. So you have to do 2 presentation, you have to do a demo, and then you have to do the written test. And you have to pass. But everybody pass. Harun, everybody pass. As long as you do what I tell you to do. If you do what I tell you to do, then you pass, no problem. Yeah. Right? Any other question? You see, Alice is always ready. Alice Chan has a pen. She's ready to write down everything. Good. Very good. Awesome. Well, that's great. Anything else?
Anything else? Any more questions quickly? Yep. Sebastien, the master trainer, is here. World number 16. No? World number 16. No, it's no joke.
Well, actually, world number 2.
Number 2.
As a master trainer. But 14th NLP master trainer.
Hi, Sebastien, Paul and Sam. Okay, here. Will you be coming back maybe the second last day or some other day? And when the participants have immersed with themselves and all the knowledge that they learned, ask you a different kind of set of questions. Will you be coming back?
I cannot hear you very well. Can you repeat the question?
Hang on, give me a second.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Magat. Can't hear you. Your mic. Put nearer to your mouth.
We have to read your lips now, Mugat.
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you now, I think.
Yes.
Is it possible to hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for me to change the laptop again, I guess.
Good. Yes.
Okay. This is my second attendees for the course as a what's it called, assistant coach.
Coaching assistant.
Coach assistant. I think we met last time.
Nice. Yes.
A couple months. I asked you a lot of questions already, so I think maybe I don't need to ask you a question, but just that, is it possible for you to come back maybe second last day or last day, you know, so that we can ask you another set of questions?
Well, I think the best way is to ask the question anytime you want to stand and fall, and they have direct access to me. So you can ask them the question, and then they can send it to me, and then I will be happy to answer. Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah. And by the way, I highly recommend that you come back as a coaching assistant. You know, Sheffrey and Michael, you're doing the right thing, because the second time that you learn NLP, you learn it, you're hearing the same thing, same thing, but it's deeper. And
I have to agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Be listening new things, even though they are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Maybe they are curious, especially Megat, curious about why is that prac 6 days and then there's master for 8 days? We would like to share some of the whole journey of NLP.
Well, sure. I mean, in the beginning, NLP certification training was done over 14 days or 19 days, but it was only teach to counselor, therapist, consultant, not even coaches. In those days, in 1976, there was no there was no coach. There was only counselor, therapist. And by the way, 1976 was when I was born. So this is why I always say that NLP was made for me, because I was born the year of NLP was created. So I'm not. I'm still young. So in those days, it was done over like 18 days, 19 days. But it was only teach to counselor and therapist. So when normal people, average people started to learn NLP, nobody had 14 days or 18 days holiday. So that is how they decided to break it into two parts: NLP practitioner, 6 days, and NLP master practitioner, 8 days. So that when you're breaking it down like this, it's easier for people to learn all of the knowledge. But what is important to know is that they're linked together. They're not different. It's supposed to be one program, one training. So highly recommend people to do the master practitioner as soon as possible. As soon as you graduate from NLP prac, learn the master prac so that it's easier for you to apply the tools and the technique, so that you have the full process on how to use the NLP tools and technique. It will be the best decision that you've ever made in your life. If you think that the NLP practitioner program is great, the master practitioner is like 10x, 10 times better than the practitioner program. And then after that, for many of you, not all of you, but many of you who are really serious about becoming a leader, a trainer, and you want to be a role model and be a public speaker, then you will have trainer certification training in November. I think we're starting November 27th. If you want to go from NLP practitioner to trainer and do master practitioner later next year is also okay. But usually we recommend people to do practitioner 6 day, master practitioner 8 day, and then trainer.